Welcome back. While the world's largest democracy, India, turns 75 this coming Sunday. Now, India and Namibia enjoy warm and cordial relations. India was at the forefront of the liberation struggle of Namibia and was indeed among the first nations to raise the questions of Namibia's independence to the United Nations. Prashant Agrawal, who's the High Commissioner of India to Namibia, now joins us to talk about India's 75th anniversary and how the relations between the two countries has grown over the years. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us, sir.
Namaste and good morning to you. Thank you for this opportunity to share our joy at our independence with your viewers.
Now, speaking about your joy and your independence, this is the 75th independence, which will be this coming Sunday, the 15th of August. How do you plan on celebrating this day and what is the significance of it?
So, it was on August 15, 1947, when the world was asleep. We are fond of saying that India arose and it started stressed with destiny. So, it's been a fascinating journey of the past 7.5 decades. Now, if you look at India today, it's a country of 1.3 billion people, the world's largest democracy, as you said, a $3 trillion economy, a place where you have all major religions, 28 states, 8 union territories, 22 major languages, 1,400 dialects. So, it's a pretty interesting, pretty complex civilization, society and nation. Now, when we became independent in 47, we adopted and we embraced the ethos of our freedom struggle. And we chose the path of democracy, the path of freedom, the path of equality, inclusiveness, plurality. So, if you are a person or if you are a people or if you are a country like, and I'm sure Namibia shares these values with us. So, anybody who shares these values celebrates with us and we walk together on rest of the challenges.
Yeah, no, that's true. Now, speaking of freedom and equality, in the past, developing countries were brought together by facing colonialism and fighting apartheid, etc. But I mean, this has changed now. So what now brings our developing countries together?
You are very right. I think during those times, facing colonialism was the biggest challenge. And I think India's independence was a very definitive moment in that, because that triggered a kind of a chain reaction, a kind of dominoes effect. And in the decade that came afterwards, a decade and a half, a lot of countries in Africa and in Asia got their independence. Now, if you look at present moment, now our challenges have actually changed, but they have not lessened in significance. So, I think there are a lot of non-state actor challenges. The challenges are much more diffuse, but they are omnipresent, like for example, climate change. I mean, yesterday we read about the code red alert that IPCC has issued. Terrorism, and above all, the pandemic which we have all been facing. So, one lesson that we learned from those times is that the need for us to stand together and fight together these challenges.
Now, looking at the relations between India and Namibia, or the relationship between India and Namibia, there may be a few initiatives that bring us together, but can you think of what one initiative do you think is very key that represents our two countries very well?
So, we have worked on a large number of initiatives in past several decades, and I think every initiative is unique. For example, if you look at the India wing, which we have established at the University of Namibia's Ongwediva campus, it's a unique initiative. But one initiative which is very close to my heart is the India and Namibia Center of Excellence in IT, which we have set up at the Namibia University of Science and Technology. Now, that center is powered by a supercomputer, which we have provided, and it works in areas like high performance computing, data analytics, ethical hacking, machine learning, artificial intelligence, and so on. So, these are the skills that our youngsters are going to need for coming decades, and we are very excited about the very good work being done by the center.
Yeah. Now, speaking about upcoming decades, let's look at, is there any key industry or sector that you would like to focus on with regards to relations with Namibia going forward?
Again, I think there are a number of sectors where we have great synergies to work together, and I'll just give you one example of solar energy. Solar energy for us is now an article of faith, and we are really going in a major way towards solar energy. But let me just say that the area that will be really close to my heart would be healthcare and pharmaceuticals.
I see.
And if I can just give you one small example, just the other day, an office colleague of mine had to go to a doctor, and she was showing me her receipts and bills for the medical prescriptions and tests. And I realized that in India, probably we would pay for about 1/5 or up to 1/10 of the prices here. So,
Yes.
bottom line being that affordable quality healthcare is something that we can really work together on.
No, I think that what you're saying is very key, and it does make a lot of sense. You know, let's look at on a brighter note now, the Independence Day celebrations. How are you going to celebrate this day?
So we are going to have these celebrations over coming few months actually,
Oh,
and
okay.
we will be bringing the best of India to Namibia in terms of cultural performances,
Yes.
in terms of film shows, in terms of discussions and so on. But we also want to compare our journeys together. So we will be talking about areas like how we can work together in agriculture, in space science and technology, remote sensing. So there are a lot of exciting things coming up in the coming months.
Okay, so now you've incited my curiosity. You've made me very excited about this. Now, as a Namibian and other Namibians watching, what can we look forward to during these celebrations?
One specific thing I would like to mention is, and you will get all the details on the 16th morning in New Era, as also on our social media handles, which is India and Namibia.
Yeah.
But we are launching an essay competition for all the young Namibians.
Yes.
As to what their ideas are of building our future together. So there are attractive prizes, but the winners and the honorable mentions also get an opportunity to travel to India.
Wow.
So please look out for those details, and we look forward to all of you to join us for that.
Mr. Agrawal, any concluding remarks this morning?
It's been a pleasure for us to have Namibia as our very close partner in our journey together. And we look forward to a shared future with you all.
Thank you so much for that, sir. Thank you for coming through this morning.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Well, there you have it. That's the High Commissioner of India to Namibia, His Excellency Prashant Agrawal, just speaking to us about the 75th independence celebration commemorations that India will be facing, and also our relations between India and Namibia and their help towards our independence. Please do stay tuned when Dishishi will join me, and we'll speak about and introduce the second half of the show.